You know that feeling, that sudden, gut-wrenching panic when your computer, your whole digital world, just stops working. If you're in a huge city, like Los Angeles, trying to find someone to fix it can feel like a second disaster. So in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that noise and give you a solid plan for finding a pro you can actually trust.
And yeah, it all starts with a moment like this. We've all been there, right? Maybe it's not a cat. Maybe it's a spilled coffee, or that dreaded blue screen of death. That oh no feeling is universal. The real question is, what do you do in the moments right after that panic sets in?
Well, that panic doesn't have to end in a bad decision. Here's our roadmap. We'll start with just how big the LA repair scene is. Then we'll decode your options, give you a super useful checklist for building trust, and even walk through a real-life case study before we leave you with one last thing to remember.
Okay, so first up, let's just get real about the size of this challenge. You're not just looking for a repair shop. You're looking for a needle in a massive digital haystack.
And that right there is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's what you see all over forums like Reddit. People just want to find someone reliable, someone honest, someone they can trust. But the sheer number of choices you face is, frankly, paralyzing.
And this number just says it all. To build one single list of their top picks, the review site expertise.com had to sift through over 800 different businesses. 805? I mean, how are you supposed to navigate that on your own when your laptop is on the fritz?
So, with all those shops out there, it really helps to boil it down. Broadly speaking, you've got two main roads you can go down when you need a fix.
On one hand, you've got the big box stores. Think Geek Squad. You kind of know what you're going to get. It's a standardized one-size-fits-all process. And then on the other hand, you have the independent shops. These are often the specialists, the folks who live and breathe PC repair or Mac issues, and you'll probably talk directly to the person who's actually working on your machine.
So how do you pick? It doesn't matter if you're leaning toward a big chain or a local pro. You need a way to check if they're legit. We've taken all the best advice from places like Thumbtack and Expertise.com and cooked it down into this simple but really powerful guide.
It's really just 4 steps. First, check out their credentials and their actual real-world experience. Second, really dig into the reviews. Look for patterns, not just stars. Third, get super clear on what they actually do to make sure it's a match for your problem. And fourth, and this is a big one, understand the costs before they even touch your computer. Follow these, and you're way less likely to get burned.
Okay, a checklist is great and all, but let's see how this thing actually performs in the wild. An abstract list is nice, but let's make it real.
So we're going to take our 4 steps and put them to the test with a real local business, highlighted in our sources, West LA Computer Expert, run by a guy named Daniel Zivitz. Let's see how it holds up. Step 1, are they the real deal? A quick look here shows clear, verifiable certifications. A+, Microsoft Certified Professional, that's great. But here's the kicker. It's backed up by more than 20 years of actual in-the-field experience. That's not just book smarts. That's 2 decades of solving real problems. That is a huge checkmark.
Next, step 2, vet those reviews. And you're not just looking for, they did a good job. You want specifics, like in this review here. Notice the words, comes on time, doesn't leave until you're satisfied, fair and honest. Those aren't just fluff, those are the building blocks of trust. And it's not a fluke. Here's another one reinforcing the exact same things. No computer problem he hasn't been able to solve. That speaks to skill. He's very responsible. That speaks to character. When you see different people hitting these same notes again and again, you've found a solid pattern.
Okay, on to step 3, making sure their skills match your problem. See, this isn't just a generic, we fix everything list. It's a focused menu. It tells you right away that they specialize in PC support, network issues, and data recovery. You know instantly if you're in the right place.
And now we get to the one that makes everyone nervous. Step 4, what's this going to cost me? And there should be zero guesswork. Here, the price is stated right up front on their site, $90 an hour. That kind of transparency is a massive green flag.
But, of course, a number by itself doesn't tell the whole story. You got to have context. So let's look at the data. According to a marketplace like Thumbtack, the average rate for computer repair in LA is about $60 an hour. So at $90, this service is priced at the top of the typical range.
And that pricing lines up with what we saw: the deep expertise, the certifications, and the on-site service model. You're paying for a premium, specialized service.
Okay, so you've done the work, you've used the checklist, you've found your pro, you are ready to make the call. But hold on. Before you actually hand over your device, there is one last, absolutely critical step.
Think of this as your personal pre-flight check. Every expert agrees on these. First, back up your data. I'm going to say it again because it's that important. Back up your data. Then, either remove or encrypt any super-sensitive files. Log out of everything: email, banking, all of it. And last, just confirm that final cost estimate for your specific job. This is all about protecting your data and your wallet.
So, in the end, what this all gives you is a framework, a way to turn that moment of sheer panic into a confident, smart decision. Because, let's be real, your computer isn't just a machine. It holds your work, your memories, your entire social life. So the final question isn't just who can fix this thing, it's who am I willing to trust with this piece of my life?